It's us. Greenleaf, season 4, episode 2. And I ain't pulled up no notes. So we're gonna ask Sister Val to give us a sermonic solo.
Can y'all hear it? It's real low. Very low, very low. Whatever you hear, that is your favorite song in your head, that is now the sermonic solo. Hope you enjoyed it.
You know what? The notes are on the phone I'm recording on.
So
we're gonna freestyle. Let's talk about Jacob.
Okay.
Jacob got a new son. He done adopted. And the boy tried to give him some money and he denied the money. He turned it down. And they played basketball with football.
Yeah, apparently he was in some trouble and Jacob talked him through it. You know, like preachers sometimes do, if that's your calling.
Yeah.
That's how they got hooked up. Do you remember a story prior to that about this boy? Because I mean, he was just like this.
They brought him up last episode saying that he needed a mentor or something, that Jacob was supposed to be the mentor because he had ran his car into something or he did something crazy with his car.
Right.
And so he needed, a spiritual advisor, and they chose Jacob for some reason to do that.
Right.
I feel like this boy probably got some kind of ties with the skanks, because who don't?
Yeah, their nephew or something.
Right. But
this long lost sister that they never told us they had.
I mean, yeah, we haven't really gotten a
full
family
backstory,
lineage. But anywho, child. But skanks got 2 sisters anyway, because Rochelle was she in foster care with a sister?
Yeah, that is.
So that's probably, it's likely to be one of Skank's sisters.
Could be.
Probably gonna come back on us at some point. Anyway, Carissa's still ugly internally. She's beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, I despise her and I want her to die.
She got some things going on, I must admit.
She's awful. Absolutely awful. Who else? Charity's got mental issues and she needs medication, but I told y'all that last week and I'll probably tell y'all every week.
Her character is very emotionally unstable.
She needs medicine. Like Carrie Hilson said in that song with Plies. The song is called Medicine. She needs medication. She done went knocked on Grace's door and tried to give her some, I just want to be a part of the team. Could you ask them if I could be the minister of music again? And blah, blah, blah. I just want to be a part of the team. And I'm so glad to have my sister back. I'd have been in to know if I was Grace, like, heifer. You're heffing. You're heffing.
Something wrong with her.
You was just cussing me out yesterday. Now you hugging me, talking about you so glad to have your sister.
I hated that the yesterday part where she's going off on her like she got control of something. All she could do was ask them people.
But she didn't fight for her. She didn't fight.
Is that her job?
According to everybody in the family, then.
Why is she so special that she got to fight for everybody?
Because she's Grace. She's the Grace Greenleaf.
Something ain't right with her. Something ain't right.
Anywho, you got this ponytail over to the side a little too much for me, though.
For me?
My ponytail.
Oh, well, it felt that way, and it wasn't supposed to be that way.
Look like I got a side pony, and you know how I feel.
Well,
side pony.
Except you just her.
Yeah, so Charity needs medicine. She really does. Did she do anything else in the episode?
Really? She just was shady.
She sat down with the big-headed preacher man, and, they're going to sleep together eventually. We know that. What else? Who else? Before I get to the big stuff.
Grace's little girl.
I know that's part of the big stuff.
Okay.
The grandmama. They went out. The granddaughters and granny went out. They asked Grace, but Grace didn't want to go out with the granddaughters and the granny, because she had to go on over to Harmony and Hope and talk to them. Because apparently they keep asking to see her. I don't care. But the grandmama took the granddaughters out for lunch and shopping. And while they shopping, the granddaughter's in there trying on clothes and, just being cousins. Grandmama in there, she done opened up her email on her phone. And Deacon Lesbian Wig done sent her an invoice. And for some reason, Lady May done got mad and threw her phone into the mirror.
And
broke the mirror at the stove.
Then she goes, oops, I dropped my phone.
Medicine. These people need medicine. So she mad. She storms in the house talking to Bishop Silverthroat. And can't you believe she had the nerve and the audacity to send me an invoice? I mean, when you do things, a lot of times you get invoices. Like, I don't.
Could that be they just kind of being shady. It was probably something that they paid for before, something that it was allowed before, but now that they done put them out, now they want to send them a bill. That's what
I mean, probably,
like.
but
Some shady.
it's shady, but it's not.
Because like you said, Madam was shady in the first place. Because I mean, they went and got Sister Shade.
They did.
Yeah, and then she was going through some things, and they helped Sister Shade through.
You can call her Deacon Lisbon wig like everybody else.
I don't know about everybody else, but they went and got her and helped her, and now she's shady.
Yeah, she's trying.
And hateful.
Terrible.
Did something? Did that get you when you felt unprotected?
She got to die. She got to die.
That's my question.
But even if it was something that was previously allowed and it is now not allowed, like, okay, it ain't enough for me to be out in public throwing phones.
I'm just gonna go on the granny shit.
It ain't enough. So she gets home and James was getting ready to tell her about this little honeymoon that he done planned. Because he told Charity earlier in the episode he was planning a honeymoon for Lady Mae, and Charity's like, y'all getting back together? He's like, I don't know, it's up to your mama. So he was getting ready to propose this honeymoon to her, which I guess would have been a marriage proposal as well, I don't know. And they was gonna go to Paris, but the First Lady sealed and bust up in there mad, and she gives him a not now, James. And so he can't present her with this proposition. So he goes over and talks to the secretary, who she had a lot going on in this episode too. She was spilling tea with Charity, and then she came to the parking lot looking like...
She is a Greenleaf. She's a Greenleaf.
She came to the parking lot looking like Wendy Williams.
I thought she was going to give her Carmen Sandiego again. But that hadn't.
I really do want to just tell my jokes. You stepped right into that. It was going to be funny. It was going to be hilarious. And here you go, stepping into it.
Please forgive me.
I can't even say it now.
Yeah, it is.
You ruined it.
Hey. I'm coming on to the rehab. I am 167, just past Walmart, old Walmart. Coming up on Tramway. Okay.
So anyway, James gets some information from Secretary, and he gives it to Lady Mae, and then Lady Mae gives some information back to Secretary, and she says that she's paying her debts in full. Don't let anyone, don't let it be said that she doesn't pay her debts in full. I just don't care.
Well, somebody cared. And she wanted whoever it was that cared to know.
Yeah. So, what else? I had something at the tip of my brain, but it's gone.
But still, though he was cool this year. This season. The episode, that's the word. He was cool.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything, nothing spectacular happened. And it was just you talking about in relation to mother.
Yeah. So Noah came to town. I didn't understand why he came to town, because
What kind of phone call that way?
but all the conversation that they had with him in the room, they could have had on the phone. They could have had via text message.
People
Could have been a
People got
Skype.
money. They fly across the town, the world, to tell the people the same thing. They could have told him on the telephone.
And Grace asking where his wife is. He talking about, I done told her, I was coming to visit family. Like, why you have to do all that? You ain't have to lie to your wife. You could have just had this conversation on the phone. But he wasn't coming to visit family. He still lied to his wife. My point still remains that he still could have had this conversation on the phone.
Yeah, that conversation was definitely
But
false.
you didn't have to lie to your wife.
You could have saved that when you didn't even go to the Lord and tell him you're sorry or nothing for that when you just didn't need to use it.
Could have just had this conversation on the phone. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I don't care for it. And he comes and he sits in the office. Now, I forgot to mention before I get into this that Jacob went and sat with the big-headed pastor and talked to him about something about a summer camp, honey. They want to cancel the summer camp.
Now, Pastor 2, this is the pastor number 2, right?
I don't know what he is. He's just got a big head. That's all I know. And he has a big head. It's huge.
Okay.
It's gigantic.
You're better to think with, my dear.
And he wants to, I guess, disband or something about the diversity of the summer camp that they hold every year. He wants more white kids because it was a black-only summer camp or something. He wants to add other colored people.
Ethnicity.
And they don't want to do that because, they want the black kids to be able to be black. And I'm like, well, if they black, they probably black at home. I really don't see why the white kids can't come. And, coming from me, that's I really don't see why. Because coming from me, the way I feel about blackness, honey, but they're children. That's the thing. If this was like a black only, adults only function, that's one thing. But these are kids. Let the kids go to the summer camp. It's white kids, you know, that need something to do in the summer. They can learn about Satchmo and.
Well, that's the thing. They need to learn about.
Coretta Scott
They need to learn about people. In my mind about it, they just need to learn about each other. Because the problem with racism, a whole lot of the times,
I hope they can hear you.
is that people don't know enough about the other to make a real decision.
That's kind of my point. Like they
So all the people need
children.
Don't be messing
Let
with
the white kids come to the function, because then if the white kids can't come, they already kind of racist parents gonna be like, well, you can't come because black people don't like you and they don't want you at they think. You know, it could become a thing. Anywho, I don't care. Grace and Noah had this conversation about this baby, honey, this child. Apparently, Grace had done got pregnant at 18, but she was getting ready to move across yonder and go to school. And so she didn't tell Noah, but she still had the baby because she didn't want to have an abortion. And then she gave the baby up. That's the whole gist of it. That's really what she could have just said on the phone. And the way she said it, I think she did tell him that on the phone. So I don't know why he showed her. Because she said, like I said, on the phone. Like, so y'all did talk on the phone. Why in the world? Whatever.
She get my space. Go ahead.
Right. So they talk about it, and then Noah says that he can't be a part of this child's life because his wife can't have kids and she gonna be mad. And then that furthers me to wonder, why are you here then? Why are you here? If you can't if you're not gonna be a part of the boy's life, why you ain't just get the information on the phone and go about your day? But he, like everybody else on this show, tells Grace to fix it, make it right.
And Grace has a nervous breakdown. It's everybody else's fault.
It don't make no sense, because if you ain't gonna be in the baby's life in the first place, well, why does Grace have to fix it? Right? That don't make no sense. You big mad, but you're not gonna whatever. Anyway, are you gonna go over there and get your stuff? Cause I think she waiting on you to just get it so she can go home.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I don't know what y'all doing.
I thought maybe she was on the phone.
I think she probably is, cause she got that on the phone hand. But I mean, no, I wasn't making you go. She get on my nerves. She gets on the last nerve, and I only have one. So every nerve I have, because I only have one, is the last one, and she just be on it. She really do. I didn't brush my hair, Lord. I just am out here. Just out here. I did redo the front. Y'all can tell from yesterday's video that the front has been redid. But anyway, I just didn't understand why Noah, where is she going, Lord? Where is they going? They going inside. I guess I'm wrapping this up. No. She didn't walk, hey girl, she didn't walk past my grandma's car. My mama is, anybody else mama a little slow, or is it just mine? She done walk way yonder. She was supposed to be going to my grandma's car, which is just the car. There's a car in between her car and this car. She walk over there, she picking up an item, grab it, come back. She done went past the car, down the road somewhere. I don't understand her. Anyway, so Grace and Noah have this conversation. And I don't know if I'm supposed to continue, wrap it up, or what. So I'm going to wrap it up. Grace decides that she is going to tell her daughter about the boy. His name is AJ. She sits down. Now, Sophia had decided that she wasn't going to go to summer school. She was just going to wait and go in the fall, because she wanted to spend, the rest of the summer with her cousin. That's what she told Zora. I just want to spend the rest of the summer with you, and blah, blah, blah. So Grace sits her down, tells her, you got a brother or whatever. That she sits her down, and then they go to commercial break, and then we see the aftermath of the conversation, but we didn't get to see the conversation. I really didn't care for that. But when we get back from commercial break, Sophia pissed. She's mad. She going to school immediately, and she can do whatever she want to do, and she just really was doing a lot. And y'all know she get on my nerves. Y'all know she do, because she was boring. She was so boring for the first 2.5 seasons, and then we get back in half of season 3, and sis is just she's spawn of Satan. Like, girl was just evil. She had done turned. She has turned. So anyway, I'm all up in these people's window. We're at the rehab center for my great grandma. She broke her leg And usually these people's windows are closed, but these folks got their window wide open, and I'm just looking, trying to see what they doing. Anywho, so Sophia, the next morning, I kept going because I didn't know if he was coming back.
That's true. I was about to roll on in it.
So the next morning, Sophia gets up and she driving off to school. Her mom had already told her she didn't want her to drive the whole way by herself, but Sophia don't care because, you know, she done turned. She evil. So she gets up and she zooms off. She ain't told her cousin, she ain't told her grandmama, nobody. She just gone to school. I feel like she probably gonna have like a car accident or something because, you know, on these Oprah Winfrey Network shows, honey, don't nothing really go well. We don't have any happy-go-lucky shows. I haven't watched David Makes Man. Maybe that's the one. But these other shows, honey, everything just, they just be suffering. Just suffering. So she drives off. Zora is trying to figure out, you know, where's Sophia going? And they tell her she's going to school. And now Zora is upset. So I'm sure we're going to see the aftermath of that. And then we see Lady Seal ask Grace if she wants to talk about it. And I was like, since when do you? I guess. But Grace don't want to talk about it. She goes upstairs, honey, and I guess she cries or whatever. The next thing we see is she gets a phone call from an inmate at the blah, blah, blah correctional center. Do you accept the charges? So she accepts the charges. And we see the son for the first time, honey. He looked raggedy. I mean, but he in jail. So what, yeah. You know, I really expected him to be more clean cut, but then I remember he in jail. And to show a character on jail, they always have to look raggedy. If they, on TV, when they're showing a character who is in jail, if they want you to believe that the person has done it, the character has to look raggedy. He can't just look like, you know, me and my mama here sitting here in just regular everyday clothes. His hair was, you know, just all over his head. He just didn't look good. He looked like he probably did the crime. That's what he looked like. Now on TV, if they want to show you a character who is, you know, unjustly accused, then he's got a low cut haircut, and, you know, he wears his pants above the waist, on the waist, above the hip. That's how they do you on TV. Anyway, we see him, he on the phone, he asks about Sophia, and then he asks for, he roundabout asked for money, because Grace said, you know, you need money. He basically was like, I need, you know, I'm gonna need some assistance, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get out of here or not. I don't know if I'm going to the halfway here, I don't know. And she says, well, you need money, right? And he like, yeah. And then at some point he asked, like, are you gonna help me or not? And I was like, I would have been like, not. At that moment, you don't talk to me like that. You don't, look.
You're going through some things.
I don't care what you're going through. I don't care. You don't, if I'm offering to help you, I'm gonna need you to say some thank yous. I'm gonna need you to, you know, lighten that voice. Lighten that voice.
You don't know his mama yet.
Okay, then don't be asking her for stuff.
Yeah, people do that all the time.
That's crazy to me.
It is, but they do it.
But you could at least pretend to be grateful. Like, he hung up on her pretty much. He was like, you know, she was like, I can help you. All right, thanks. Or something he said. And then he just clicked, hung up the phone. He didn't say, I got to go. He didn't say, you know, I only get 2 minutes on the phone call. He just hung up. I'm like, this is not, What is she doing, girl? What is she doing?
I'm finna go. You just come on in.
Yeah, I'm wrapping it up. I'm at the end.
Okay.
She really does work my nerves. She really does. Anyway, he basically hung up on her, and that was the end of the episode. He just don't seem like a good person. Just from what we saw, I feel like he gonna stay, because she said, you need a place to stay. I feel like she gonna move him in, or she gonna get him a house or something, or she gonna move out and they're gonna be in the house together, and he gonna try some foolishness. Probably gonna steal, he might burn the house down, we don't know, but if something's gonna go on, and she's gonna try to utilize, you know, having him around. She gonna try to replace Sophia with him in a way, I feel like, because now Sophia mad and she done stormed off. She done called her daddy, like Regine Carter. Call your daddy. And I missed the Queen's Court. Anyway, and she is, I feel like, going to put all of her attention into this boy, and he ain't no good. Anyway, girl, that's the episode. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry my mama was just, I don't know. Maybe it was me. I'm sorry, I was. Whatever. And we'll see y'all next week, I guess. Peace.